Hi everyone, it's Sailor Mimzy. Today's video is going to be all about the different scrap bits that I stick into my journal, and I'm also going to show you how I store them. So let's just jump right in. This video actually took me a little while to prepare it, but I had a comment from Planner Holics. She asked about the different bits and bobs that I use in my journal, and also a comment from username mysummertouch. She asked to see my paper stash of things, and also asking how I choose what to use in my journal. So I will show you guys just that. Once every couple of weeks I go through my stash of magazines. I try not to keep magazines for too long, otherwise they'll just keep piling up. Unless I'm collecting them. There's certain magazines that I do collect, but then at the end of the year I recycle or get rid of it. So some of the magazines that I have that I'm gonna go through today they're just different magazines that I finished going through and finished reading. And an IKEA flyer. So this one came in the mail I think yesterday. So we'll start with this one. I don't know if we're going to get through all the magazines. It just depends on how long this video is going to be. So I just keep an eye out for things that are pretty or interesting or would look fun in my journal, or even in my planner too. Sometimes I decorate and stick things. So in here, what caught my eye was this, the cake, and the lemonade. I'm not necessarily going to use these pictures right now. It's just for use for later. So the lemonade one I'll probably use when it's warmer outside. And because of where I live, that might be a little while from today. So when I cut things out of magazines, I just do, usually I just do like a really fast cut around because I want to get through the magazines faster. And I'll just put it aside for now there. And also, if I know I'm going to be sitting and cutting, I keep just like a little tray or something to catch the bits. I could put it in the recycling later. And we'll just make sure that there's nothing on the other side that we're going to cut into. So yeah, like I said, usually I just do a fast cut around. But if I'm feeling like not lazy or not in a rush, then I'll actually cut closer to the picture so that there's not a lot of border around it. I really like this picture with the lamps and plants, or the lanterns, I guess. And it's okay if we don't cut straight. You can always trim it later. Okay, so now I'm done with this. I'm putting it in the recycling. And next we have this magazine. It's the free one that we get from the movie theaters. So I've read through this a couple times already. I like this ad. If anybody is familiar with this magazine, I think this is a Canadian thing, but my favorite part of the whole magazine is always this section. The art of film. Just this little part of the magazine. If I had an iPhone, I would cut this out and probably use it in my journal. It's nice. See, I like the Little Prince movie, but I don't like the angle of this photo. And I wish it was brighter looking too. Then maybe I would cut that out. This picture, can't wait to see this movie, The Jungle Book. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna cut it out, because this text box thing is in the way. Maybe I'll just cut the bare part out. And I'm just gonna cut it quickly, and I'll just trim it later so that it will be the size that I want to fit in my journal. And I need to cut off the top of Ice Cube's head here. I don't mean to. That's pretty cool. But it'd be too big for the journal. This is funny. I'm gonna hang this up somewhere in the house. Forgot about this picture. Let's see. How would I cut this though? See, if I cut it here to get the word puppet out, I'd be cutting off the fox's tail. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it out quickly and I'll figure it out later. This one's getting recycled. Okay, I'll just go through one more magazine for this video just because I feel like this is taking me too long. So let's do popular photography. Oh, I'm just cutting out this really cute walrus. Ooh, this is a pretty picture. I'm gonna cut it out. It's definitely way too big for my journal, but it's gonna get hung up on my wall in my studio here. Oopsie, that's what I get for being in a rush. I nicked the bottom. So I'm probably gonna trim it with my paper cutter later on. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Yep, this is too big for my journal, but it will be hanging up in my office. Oh no, this is cute on this side too. What do you do? The walrus and a polar bear and a baby polar bear. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna rip this page out and it will probably be this side. Oh my gosh, but that's so adorable. I'll show you first. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Such fun photos. I like this thing. It's kind of dark though. Okay, so I have my magazine cutouts here, and I just like to sort it into sizes. So I'm sorting it on sizes because that's how I'm going to be storing these ones. Okay, so these ones fit in here. These ones I have to trim anyways, so we'll get back to that later. So that's how I store a lot of my magazine cutouts, unless there's a holiday theme to it, then I keep it in here. If it fits in here, it goes in here. Any of the bigger things, these. I have another tray over here. All of these things go on a cart. I have the 6 basket rolling cart thing from Michael's, but I keep these cutouts in one of those baskets. So these are the other ones that I have that don't fit inside the star bento box. So I just put them here. They're not in any order at all. And then these ones, like I said, I'm going to hang these up probably. I like to hang up like funny ads or like articles in spots that my husband will see, just to like get him to laugh or whatever. But this is going to be that, or maybe I might hang this up in my studio, I don't know. But yeah, so these guys I'm just going to put aside because I'll be hanging them up right away. So I have magazines that I cut through. old recycled books that I cut through, and then I also have scrapbook pads that I like to cut up. So there's these ones. These are pages from a Tim Holtz pad that I found when I was visiting the States last year. I think it was last year. Yeah, it's a smaller pad. I think it's 8 by 8. Yeah. And I think it's all holidays. I have a clip on it because it's falling apart. But this is what it looks like. I found it at Hobby Lobby when I was in the States. I think it was ridiculously cheap for sure. I think it was $3 or $4. And there was, how many sheets in here? 36 papers. And it's holidays throughout the year. So there's Halloween, it's Christmas, there's 4th of July. We don't celebrate 4th of July here, but it's really cute. And Valentine's. So I have here Easter, since Easter's coming up. I've been cutting out random ones and sticking them in my journal or in my planner. So I'm gonna finish cutting that up. This one is kind of creepy, but at the same time it's cute because it's rabbits, and I'm very biased when it comes to rabbits. Okay, this one's kind of weird too. So it's a rabbit on a cart being pulled by another rabbit. I don't know. I don't know how rabbits' politics work. Look at this one. The chick has braids. Kind of creepy, but it's cute. Oh my gosh. This rabbit on the bike. I don't know if you guys could see his face, but he has a weird expression on his face. Whoops. He looks very bewildered on his bicycle. I think that's all my Easters. Yeah, those are all my Easters, so I'll just show you guys what I do next. So I just sorted them into vertical and horizontal. And then from there it goes into, okay, this might look crazy, but it makes sense to my brain. That's why I do it. So I sort the little things, and if there's a certain theme, then I keep them in these plastic envelopes. I found a ton of these at, plastic envelopes, like packs and packs of them at the thrift store. And they were all sealed in new packages, and it was super cheap. I think it was $1 or something for a whole bunch of these, like seriously so many. So I have here, there's stamps. I didn't want to put too many in one, so they're in 2 different ones. They're not sorted or anything. I just didn't want to put too much. And then this one is, oh yeah, these are all the Miffy related ones that I have. And then these are from Miffy books as well. And then this is old-timey looking cutouts. Some are clip art, some are from stamps that I own. And I just stamped it on craft paper and then cut them out. And then these are made of fabric, but I glue these into my journals. And then in this envelope I have cutouts, and it's all by holiday themes. So this one is Thanksgiving, and we have Christmas in this one. So there's some cutouts from the Tim Holtz paper pack that I just showed you, and just different parts from like greeting cards and stickers, and then some labels. I think these are more Tim Holtz. Yeah, Tim Holtz stuff. I should put it this way so you can see. Oh, these ones are in envelopes. We have Halloween and Valentine's. I'll just show you some examples. These are from the Tim Holtz pad as well. I really like the vintage style looking bits. And there's some Halloween ones in here. And then I just keep it in this so that it's separated from the other stuff. And that's so I know if I'm looking for a holiday themed bit of paper, then it'd be in here. So this one is going to need an envelope. And I was just going to cut through these ones as well, but I'll do it later, like off camera, because this video is going to be too long. But you guys get the gist of how I store that stuff. So I'll just show you anyways. It's really pretty. So there's spring theme. I think this is part of the 4th of July. Yeah. There's like fireworks and things. And more 4th of July. I just love the colors and the style of these old looking ads. Or packaging, I should say. And then some more here. Oh, also I do have oversized bits that don't really fit in here, like in these plastic envelopes. So I just have them inside this. So it's cutouts from Scrapbook Pads, or even packaging. I thought this was really pretty. It's just brown cardstock with a flower border. I think this was actually from stickers. I don't even remember. But yeah, so just packaging. I'm not sure when I'll use it, but I think I used it actually in a journal already. I don't remember. It's been a while. And just like different torn up bits that are like too cute to throw out, or you could still use them. I just keep it all in here. So these usually you find in those scrapbook paper pads. And then there's these, just different cutouts and things. And a lot of these are like also from pen pals that I like to keep in here. So it's separated. Yeah, so there's this, and I think that's it. For the most part, I remember the different things that I cut out. So when I'm journaling and I see something that might be relevant to what I want to say in my journal. So say I was talking about spring or something, and I remember I have this cut out. It's like a basket of flowers. Then I'll just, get this and stick it in my journal. For the most part, the things that I stick are relevant, or like relevant in content, or it kind of fits in with the color theme, or maybe just the size of the cutout fits. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, but there are times where as soon as I cut something out, I stick it in my journal right away, or if it's maybe a sticker or a label, then I go get my journal and stick it in there. So I'll show you guys a couple of instances where I've done that. So in my Hobonichi, since I started it in March, I had January and February as empty pages that I could use to fill up with anything. So here's one of those sections. And so this and this are from mail, obviously, from an order that was sent from Japan. So that was on the envelope, and this label, this was also on it. This is packaging from tape that I bought. This is a doodle that I did from work. I just taped it in after I got home. Same with these two. These are also doodles from work. And here is a sticker label from this vegan restaurant. When you buy things to go, they usually write down their name on the sticker, and it says, "Thank you for your order. So and so packed your order." But nobody wrote their name. My husband said a ghost packed my order. But yeah, so I was able to peel it off the bag nicely and it stuck onto the page. I didn't need to use any glue or anything either. So yeah, so these are the instances where I glue or stick things on the page as I go along. Yeah, so just like keep an eye out for like the different things. Like I said, labels, packaging, any old magazines or books. You could usually find 1 or 2 useful things in magazines before you recycle it. Even if you're using it as a background or something. In the photography magazine there was a picture with a night sky and it had stars. I think I might go back and actually cut that out. This would be a good background. So as I mentioned earlier, user Planner Holic and the other user, mysummertouch, they're the ones who asked me how I keep my paper bits in order and how I use them in my journal. So I just want to thank them again for asking. And the other reason I did this video is because I try not to spend lots of money on what I use in my journal. Journaling doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You could use anything really to put in your journal. So hopefully you guys understood what I was trying to explain in my videos. This is my first time explaining why I cut out things and how I store them and the reason that I choose certain cutouts to stick in my journal. This is my first time explaining all of that, so I hope that this made sense to everyone. If you have any questions or if you need me to clarify, just leave it in the comments below and I will do my best to answer it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Any requests or anything like that, just leave it in the comments and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!